Michaela, are you still working now?
Yes, I'm sorry. I think I'll be able to head home soon.
All you do is work. Even though we finally all get to live together, you haven't been fulfilling your duties as a daughter-in-law whatsoever.
I appreciate you for taking the time to do the chores around the house. My work is very important to me.
You are not fit to be a good daughter-in-law.
Why are you bringing this up?
When can I get to see the face of my grandchild?
Huh?
I have no idea why you decided to live with us. You say you have to work all the time, and because of that, you haven't been able to have children. Don't you feel bad for Simon?
I have been seriously considering having children, but that is up to my husband and I. We are not planning on having kids right away.
That doesn't matter. I want to have a grandchild now. You're a lost cause. I dislike you even more now after having to live with you.
I apologize for not meeting your expectations. I'm hopeful about having children. In the long term, I hope that you can eventually look after my child.
There's no way I can wait that long. The fact that you're my daughter-in-law, but you can't have children, is unbelievable. I wish they would just leave already.
I don't know how to respond when you say such things. I don't know how to react.
You're a defective wife. It would be best if you break up with Simon.
Please don't say that. I'll be home soon. Goodbye now.
I can finally kick you out of the house now.
What? What do you mean?
Ellie got pregnant.
She did? That's wonderful.
This is truly some news worth celebrating. We'll have no use for you any longer. Ellie is planning on giving birth when she comes home to visit. So, can you leave?
Huh? Are you seriously asking that?
Obviously, of course I'm going to prioritize my own daughter, who is pregnant, over you. Actually, why are you still even here?
You were the one who wanted me to live with you.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Regardless, I will be prioritizing Ellie, since she's pregnant. She'll be coming home this weekend, so you need to leave as soon as possible. A daughter-in-law without children is worthless.
I understand how you feel. You want to throw me out of the house? But did you discuss this with Simon?
Oh, why would I have to discuss things with Simon?
Why? Because we're married. If I no longer live with you, we will have to move out together. We'll need some time to talk things through.
You won't be needing to do that, since it's only you that has to leave.
Huh? Are you telling me that I have to leave Simon? Simon would never agree to that.
You know that he is my son, right? So of course, he'll listen to what I say. I'll convince him, so it's fine.
That's not the problem.
Why don't you stop complaining and start preparing your things to move out? This is perfect timing, since Simon is on a business trip.
I see. So you really are serious about this?
My daughter is coming back home to have a baby, so you better leave. Don't show your face ever again.
Is that really how you want things to be?
Leave. You're worthless.
Okay. So you seriously mean that? You don't want a daughter-in-law that can't have children? Fine. I will comply with your demands. I don't know what will happen, but I will be moving out.
Go ahead, and never come back.
I'm over this. There's no point in talking to you. I'll be leaving. Thank you for everything.
I heard that you're leaving. I'm sorry, but it was kind of my fault. But feel free to send me a celebratory gift.
You really haven't changed. I heard that you're going home to have the baby. But what are your plans after that?
Huh? What do you mean?
You're planning to live with your parents after that, right? But you haven't solved the problem you were dealing with.
How did you know? Oh yeah, we talked about this.
You're having a child, but is everything okay? Did you discuss this with your husband?
What do you mean, my husband? Who's that? We already got divorced.
Oh, I see. So you guys got divorced after everything. Did you tell your parents about this?
I haven't. When I told my mother that I got pregnant, she was overjoyed. I know that she won't care and will welcome me with open arms. I can depend on my family and get by that way. It's like killing two birds with one stone.
I see. If that's the case, then that's fine. I'm leaving that house anyways.
I don't plan on contacting you any further.
So figure things out with your family. Goodbye. Please, calm down. You've spam called me over 200 times now. This is ridiculous.
It's because you won't answer. I wanted you to pick up right away.
Why? I have no interest in talking to you any further. There's nothing to talk about.
You don't have to go as far as to say that. As your mother-in-law, I would like to speak with you. Answer the phone now.
Stop it. I told you, I'm not answering.
Huh?
I'm so done putting up with this. How long will it be until you stop thinking only about yourself? I already know why you're calling. You found out that I was the one paying for your living expenses. And now you're in shock because you realized after you had already kicked me out. That's why now you're frantically trying to contact me, right?
So it's true. What Simon said was true. I can't believe this. How were you able to pay for so much?
Isn't it obvious that I had to step up since Simon was unemployed? I tried my best to make enough for the both of us. I kept working overtime to be able to afford our daily expenses. I even used that money to take care of your guys' daily expenses as well. But perhaps you weren't aware of the real situation.
There's no way that Simon could have been unemployed. I thought he was just saying that to take your side.
He didn't tell you because he didn't want you to worry. But the company he worked at went bankrupt, so he had no choice. He didn't even receive a severance payment, so he just lost his job in the blink of an eye. That's why he actually hasn't been on a business trip. He went to another city to look for a new job.
What? Another city? Why would he purposely go off to another city?
Because I was stressed out about living with you. My job is remote, so it doesn't matter anyways. If we were to move to a different city, then we would no longer live with you. We thought that would be the best.
So you wanted to move out all along?
Isn't it obvious? You kept asking me where's my grandchild. You even called me a defective product. How am I supposed to enjoy myself living with you?
But the fact that you can't have a child is true.
We want to have kids once Simon has been re-employed and starts earning a stable income. We discussed and decided this together.
What? Really?
Yet here you are, not knowing anything. You didn't know that I pay for your livelihood. And you call me a defective daughter-in-law who works too much?
How was I supposed to know that?
And now you can't pay for all your expenses. So you contact me because you're in trouble. I don't have any plans to help you out now. It's not my job.
Wait, don't say that. I just didn't know. Come back. Help with your family's expenses.
No, my husband has found a new place to work. So we'll be moving there together. And Simon is really mad about what you said. He's planning on cutting off ties with you.
What? He wants to cut off ties with me. Not only you, but Simon too.
Of course. You kicked me out of the house and proudly laughed at me. That's why we will move out on our own accord as a couple. And we'll also be breaking off ties with you.
Aren't you being a bit dramatic? How can you say that? Ellie is coming home soon. So let's be a happy family together.
What are you saying? I have no intention of doing that. Oh yeah, I didn't say anything because I assumed you didn't know. But Ellie's child isn't her husband's.
What?
Ellie is pregnant, but it's not her husband's kid. Her husband made her pay for some damages. And probably pressured her for a divorce.
I have no idea what you're talking about. There's no way this is true. Ellie would never do something like that.
Ellie's husband can't even physically have a baby.
What?
She kept cheating on her husband, which is probably why this happened. But now Ellie is in a ton of debt and doesn't know who the baby father is. Her husband couldn't handle her any longer.
What debt? Hold on a second. So that means Ellie has already gotten divorced?
Yep. That's why she has nowhere else to return to. She's probably planning on living at your house from now on, even though you guys will be barely scraping by. You have even more baggage to deal with now. But I know that you really wanted to have a grandchild. So I guess it doesn't matter that you won't know who the father is.
This can't be true. How come I don't know any of this, even though I'm the mother? And yet someone unrelated like you knows.
She knew that I was making a decent amount of money working. so she kept asking me for money.
What? Ellie did that.
At first, she told me how she was scared her husband was going to dump her, so I felt bad and lent her some money. But of course, she never returned the money, so I stopped lending to her altogether. In the end, Ellie just gave that money to young men anyways. It was absolutely the right decision for me to stop lending to her.
What in the world are you talking about? There's no way this can be true. My daughter would never.
Well, you wanted to see your grandchild, so didn't this work out well for you?
But what will happen with our living expenses? If you and Simon leave, how am I supposed to live?
Why don't you get a job? You're just a stranger to us now, so we have no intention of helping you.
Do you have no compassion? Are you abandoning us?
Don't forget that the one who kicked me out was you.
I know, but I take back what I said. Come back home.
There's no way I'm going back to you, old hag. I never want to see you again.
Do you really have to say that?
I hope you have a fun life with your irresponsible daughter and your cute grandchild, but you'll probably have a rough time working. In the end, no matter how much Stella cried, Michaela continued to ignore her. Michaela and her husband moved to a city together far away. Stella was left by her son and his wife, even though she had no income. And in return, she had to take care of her heavy-spending daughter, which is why she eventually went out to get a job. She's working hard to pay off Ellie's debt, who can't work now since she's pregnant, which is why Stella has virtually no free time now. She seems to regret the decisions she's made, but it's no use because her life won't change no matter how regretful she becomes.
Hey, Miss Stay-at-Home Housewife with nothing to do. Thanks for taking care of my kid again today.
What? Today too? I have a lot of shopping and stuff today, so I can't. You can't just say things like that all of a sudden.
It's a problem for me to hear you say it's a problem. I'm leaving soon. You better let him in.
What? What do you mean?
I made him walk there, so he should be arriving soon. I didn't have time to drop him off. It can't be helped because I'm busy.
What are you talking about? I let him in because he was standing outside of our house. It's hot outside these days, and you didn't even put a hat on him. I mean, you can't let a 4-year-old walk alone.
Shut up! I didn't ask to be scolded. I'm busy because I work. You're a housewife, right? You have nothing to do, so don't complain and just watch my kid.
Don't just assume I have nothing to do. I'm pretty busy too. I have things to do too.
My husband and I have to work, even if it's a Saturday. So watch my kid. Oh, I also have a business trip coming up. So thanks for watching him then too.
I can't. I have 2 kids myself, and I'm very busy. I can't watch your kid all the time.
Why not? We're mom friends, so we should be helping each other out.
We say we should be helping each other out, but I've never been helped by you. Why do I always have to watch your kid?
Don't be complaining. You're bored.
I told you, I'm not bored. I'll watch him today because I already let him in. But we're going on a vacation next week, so it's not possible. Are you listening, Courtney? Sorry, I have to watch Courtney's kid again. Going shopping with the 3 of them is hard, so can we all go together after you come home?
It's fine, but again? Isn't Courtney a friend? Are you two close?
We're not close. At first, I thought she was a good person, but she keeps expecting me to watch her kid, and now she forces me to do it.
That's a pain in the neck.
I heard her husband was busy too, but we can't watch her kid all the time.
Isn't Courtney's husband the really kind-looking guy?
Yeah, a little chubby. He doesn't look like someone who will just send his kid off to another person's house.
Yeah, he doesn't look like it. Oh, I just saw him at the station earlier.
What? Really?
Yeah, looked like he was heading home. Maybe he just had work in the morning like me.
Well, I'm not sure. But if that's the case, he should watch his own kid. Well, he's already here now, so there's nothing we can do this time. But if this keeps going on, I'll check with the husband.
We exchanged numbers for kindergarten events. So do you want me to ask him if something happens next time?
Thanks for watching him. This time it's 4 days.
What are you talking about? I told you it's not possible. We're on vacation, so we can't watch him. Didn't I tell you not to do this anymore?
What? Vacation? You left my little Connor?
Huh? What do you mean?
I left him in your yard.
What the?
I thought it would be okay since your car was there. I told him to play in your yard. I didn't let him walk there this time and dropped him off by car. Be thankful.
Don't tell me to be thankful. It was on the news today that it was going to be extremely hot. There was even a heat stroke warning put out. You're joking, right?
What? I'm not joking. Hurry up and let him in.
What are you talking about? We already left the house. We're on the train right now, so we can't easily go back.
What? You didn't take your car?
We went by train this time. Anyway, that's not important right now. Leaving your kid in my yard out in the heat? Please cancel your business trip and come back immediately, or else it'll be bad.
No, I can't. I'm on vacation too.
What? You said it was a business trip. What's happening?
Anyway, I'm busy. If you're worried about the kid, come back.
It's your kid, and you're the one who abandoned him there. Courtney, are you ignoring me? Courtney, please call me. It's a problem for me. Will you call me? Call me. I already texted you over 100 times. I wanted to let you know what happened, but it's too late. You better knock it off. I can't deal with this anymore.
Oh my gosh, sorry. I totally forgot to call you back. I was busy.
Oh, okay.
But it can't be helped, right? I was on vacation too.
You abandoned your kid and went on vacation, and you ignored my calls and texts.
What? Are you angry? It's fine. I'm back now. Thanks for watching him. Sorry about that. I'm so lucky to have a bored housewife as a friend. I'll go pick him up now.
You'll never see him again.
What?
You'll regret what you did for the rest of your life. Because of you, Connor went through a lot. He can't see you again.
What are you talking about? Don't say things like that. What do you mean?
I texted you over and over, but you ignored me. It's too late for you to come back all happy. You'll never see your own child again.
Wait, what do you mean? Did you not come back?
No, I didn't go back. I was on a train on vacation. You wanted me to get off and go back home? How selfish are you? Do you think of me as a slave or something?
Are you stupid? You left him out in the heat? Are you crazy? I can't believe you would neglect a child.
Are you dumb?
What?
You were the one who left the child in my yard. And you blame me. You should be thanking me. Nothing serious happened because I took action.
What? What do you mean? So, is he okay?
He's fine.
My gosh. You really had me worried. Don't joke about something like that. Saying stuff like, I'll never see him again. Is this a prank? So, you did come back to help him. I hope you'll do it again for me.
No, I didn't come back.
What? What do you mean?
Your husband went to pick him up.
What?
Courtney, you haven't been telling your husband about everything, have you? Your husband was really shocked.
Wait a second. What are you talking about? What did you do? You didn't call my husband, did you?
That's exactly what I did. Of course I called him. Thank God my husband just happened to have his number. But if he hadn't, I was going to call the kindergarten to find out.
What? You really called my husband?
I had no other option. It looks like you told your husband that you were at your parents' house, saying that you and your child were going together, when you really just forced me to watch him, going on vacation with your boyfriend. That's horrible.
As a mother, I can't believe you. How do you know that? You didn't tell my husband, did you?
I guess you'll find out when you get home.
What do you mean?
It seems your husband moved out.
Moved out? Huh?
I texted you to explain, but you ignored me.
I don't understand what's going on. Why? What the hell is happening? Why am I dragged into all of this? What do you mean my husband moved out?
I already explained. Read my texts. Didn't you get lots of phone calls from your husband?
I did, but I didn't answer. I'm reading your text now. Wait, he found out through my email. The confirmation email for my trip?
Yes. He also found out that you were traveling with another man. But he thought that this kid was at your parents' house. He called your parents, but you were never there. He was starting to get worried. But my husband called him, and he rushed to go get Connor. I'm glad your husband was home.
Wait, I don't believe it. It was all going so well. Moving out of the house because of this? It's all your fault!
What?
Because you didn't let me do everything the way I had planned to. My husband went and moved out. It's your fault. I'll never forgive you.
You'll never forgive me? It's all your own responsibility. I kept telling you that it was troublesome for me, but you kept forcing me to watch your kid. Finally, you ended up leaving him in our yard. It would have been too late if something had happened. It could have been a life or death situation.
I know, but you didn't have to call my husband.
Then who else should I have called? Stop complaining and take a look at reality. You need to pay for what you have done. Your husband plans on divorcing you, and you'll probably have to pay alimony because you had an affair.
What? Alimony? I can't pay that.
You look down on me because I was a housewife, but you only work part-time 3 times a week, right? And you pretended to be so busy all of the time. But really, you were only hanging out with your boyfriend.
How do you know that too? I'm sorry that I lied, but telling my husband? My plan is all ruined.
How long are you going to keep being selfish, you stupid woman? Take some responsibility as a mother, you piece of trash.
Wait, that's a little harsh. You're not going to take my side? Help me get back my son.
There's no way I'm helping you. It's better if your husband raises him. Someone like you should go to hell. I'm cutting all ties with you. I hope you learn your lesson and rot in hell. Courtney rushed home, only to find her house empty. Her husband had already taken their child and moved out. Courtney became hopeless with no home to go back to. Her family back home found out all about this, so she had no one to turn to when her husband served her with divorce papers, alimony bills, and sole custody of their child. She did try to leave her child and go on vacation with her boyfriend, so it's only fair that she pays for what she did. Also, her boyfriend ran away before he could get dragged into all of this, and Courtney ended up all alone. What goes around comes around, so I hope she learns her lesson.